Hey friends, StinaRose here, and it's time for AlphaCraft. Season 5 has started, and though I was a little late to the party and didn't get to start the season at the same time as everyone else, the alphas were very busy in the 3 hours before I could log in. Bunny and Frill were still hanging around spawn when I joined, and I was amazed when Bunny handed me my very first diamond within moments of me joining the server. And then Frill gave me the shirt right off of his back. Isn't that amazing? The alphas are so generous. Of course, I did make sure that I gave the shirt a quick wash before putting it on. It was time for my adventure to begin, but I knew I needed a friend to take along with me, and so Chloe joined me for a ride out to my new base location. But in typical Stina fashion, I got lost along the way, and a little bit distracted as well. But finally, I found my way to the trio of islands that I plan to call my home. Welcome to the Amethyst Isles. I can't wait to share with you guys everything that I plan to do in this area. The first part of my plan is to get all of the different book trades from librarians, which meant that I needed to go to a local village and kidnap a villager from there. See, I want to get in on those early book trades, get unbreaking, get mending, get efficiency 5, be the go-to person for the alphas who want to have books easily at their disposal. That meant that a big grind was coming my way, but I was up for it. However, I got back to my island and realized I hadn't even chopped down a tree yet. Not even one. Time to remedy that situation. You might think that the first villager would be a librarian, but I decided instead to make my first villager Felix the Fletcher. Welcome to the island, Felix. Why a Fletcher first? Because cutting down trees and turning those logs into sticks is a great way to get early season emeralds. I'm going to need a lot of emeralds for this project. Now, you can't have a book empire without a librarian, and so back to the village I went to grab one more villager. With the villager back on the island, I needed to find the perfect book trade for this very first librarian. I was hoping for mending, but instead, the game gave me an amazing deal on Unbreaking 3. Unbreaking 3 for only 11 emeralds. That's the very best price that you can possibly get. Welcome to the island, Ulrich the Unbreakable. After getting my villagers settled, I remembered that I had found a buried treasure map in a shipwreck. So Chloe and we went to find it. I'm not very good at finding buried treasure, but this one wasn't too bad. And without too much trouble, I was able to locate the exact spot, dig down, and find more diamonds. And while I was out on the ocean, I decided to use the new brush. But all I found was a piece of soggy wheat. Back on the island, I got to work setting up a villager breeding area. I didn't go with anything fancy. In fact, I just created a safe space, put down a couple of beds, and made sure that my villagers had what they needed to make more. Got them some potatoes, made sure that they were happy, gathering emeralds along the way, and eventually my villagers created our very first baby villager. Welcome to the island, Tiny Testificate. You are destined to be a librarian. I expect great things from you. With villager breeding underway, I needed a place to grow carrots, to grow potatoes. I also knew that I was going to need a place to grow wheat, to breed cows, to get leather, to make books. This whole thing is going to take a lot of work, but we can do it. We will have the book empire that I dream of. A special kitty has spawned on my island. Okay, in real life, I have a tuxedo cat here at home whose name is Charlotte, and I want to have a tuxedo cat on my island. So let's gather some fish, and then we're going to see if we can catch, well, not catch, but tame a very sweet kitty to live with us here on the Amethyst Isles. We did it! Yes! And now it's time for the grind, cycling through librarians to get the very best book trades that I possibly can. There are 37 different top-tier books that you can buy from librarians, and I want to have them all. And I want to have them all at a decent price. So that means a lot of placing down a lectern, picking it back up and placing it down again as we cycle through villager trades to find what we're looking for. With a few titles available to me, it was time to set up our book stall. See, I want to make sure that early on, just a couple days into the season, that we have books available for the other alphas to buy. Now, I didn't have a plan for this book stall necessarily, and so I was kind of playing it by ear, but I think it's okay. I think it turned out pretty well. And this is just a temporary spot until we build the big bookstore later. Yep, this is life on the Amethyst Isles. We're going to do some villager trading, making sure that we got emeralds available to us. And then it's time to do some of our other work. We've got to breed up cows. We've got to kill cows for leather. Oh, maybe catch a nap, get some sugar cane so we can make the books. And then once again, go harvest our crops so that we can breed more villagers. This is a never-ending cycle. Work, work, work. But we're getting more and more trades, and that's what we need. Oh, and I'm out of sticks. Again. Time to cut down some more trees. Sometimes as you're going about your day, doing your jobs, an opportunity presents itself that you weren't expecting. And that's what happened right here. As I was gathering sugarcane, a drowned with a trident spawned, and I thought, this is my opportunity. I can go get that trident for myself. I've got armor, I've got a shield, no problem. Well, maybe a problem, but I'm sure I can try it. What I didn't anticipate was a second drowned with a trident spawning right next to me. Not only did it spawn right next to me, but it also managed to get 2 shots on me before I got my shield up. I was hurting, and I couldn't really get away from it to see how to get out. Well, then this happened. Yep, first death. Spawned back in at spawn, and I almost got a second death. Look at this guy ambushing me from the nether. I just ran away. Forget getting a boat, I gotta get out of here. Things are getting really crowded in my villager area. I'm having a hard time figuring out what librarian is selling what book. I think it's time to remedy this situation. And so, I dug out a space, made very organized cubby holes for all of the different villager trades. Man, next thing I need to do is fill each one of these spaces. Things are going well enough at the bookstore that I can afford to get myself some diamond armor. Oh, I'm so excited to finally have something that's going to protect me better. Did I mention Chloe makes the best stew? It's time to grind. Let's get those sticks. Trade for the emeralds. Harvest my wheat. Breed the cows. Gather some iron. Move villagers. Harvest the carrots. And the potatoes. Don't forget to feed the villagers so they can make the babies. We also need some leather. And sugarcane for books. And let's not forget the never-ending cycling of librarian trades. Until finally, After hours and hours of trading, we have every single librarian book trade at a decent price. I think our project to have a book empire is off to a great start. Thank you, patrons, for making this episode possible. I'm StinaRose, and I just want to remind you to always be kind. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.